So, all of you please keep heading. So, the next concept what we are going to study, guys, properties of ionic compounds. What is this? Very, very important. From this only in exam, they are going to ask you so many questions. Properties of ionic compounds. Okay. So now, so let us discuss first important property. Whatever I am saying, try to understand very carefully and try to read very carefully. Kevin, Tarani, everyone, Nitish. So now let us see what do you mean by these properties of ionic compounds if we'll take. So the important properties of ionic compound, the first important property is ionic compounds are usually crystalline solids. That is the first property. So what is the state of ionic compounds, guys? What is the state of ionic compounds, Tarani? They are crystalline compounds. All of you remember crystalline solids, right? They are usually crystalline solids. Crystalline solids. So if we'll take example, what is the best example of ionic compound? Well-known thing. Every day we will eat in our home. What is that? Best example of speak sodium chloride. Magnesium chloride, sodium chloride. We are eating sodium chloride only, correct? So if we'll take, this is the best example of crystalline solids. So these ionic compounds are solids. Basically, you can take, they are usually crystalline solids. Why, sir? They will ask you the reason. That is, reason only will come in assertion and reason. Remember, these properties are most important for assertion and reason questions. That is why you have to be very clear in this. So if you take here, guys, the first property, what I'm saying, so they are usually crystalline solids. Sir, why they are crystalline solids? They will ask, they will give you the assertion. Usually the ionic compounds are crystalline solids. The reason, down they will give you, because they are oppositely charged ions attract one another very strongly and forms a regular crystal structure. Is it right or wrong? Is it true or not? Very strong bonds or weak bonds? Who is weak bonds and who is strong bonds? Crystalline ionic compounds or covalent compounds? Who is strong?
Ionic bonds
are strong because they are forming by sharing. They are forming by donating or receiving electrons. That is why they are very hard and brittle in nature. So that is, you should remember. So because why? What is the reason behind the formation of? Because you should understand reason for formation of crystalline solids, that is they're oppositely, please note it down for reason assertion, they're oppositely, that is what I'm saying. You see 100% reason assertion will come into chemistry. From this only they will ask you properties only, because easily they can confuse you. Oppositely charged ions attract one another. That is the reason of crystalline structure. One another strongly. So ionic bonds are strong bonds or weak bonds? Arvind, Akhil Arfan, Arya?
Strong bond.
And form, and form a regular crystal structure. All of you should remember. Regular crystal structure. Regular crystal structure. So that is why we can say ionic bonds are very stronger than covalent bonds. Understand? So now that is why I can say the crystals of ionic compounds are hard and as well as brittle in nature. What is that? Brittle in nature. That is, you have to remember. So this is the property, first property of what? Ionic compounds. Nitish, understand? Nitish, Arya, Karthikeyan, everybody. Elvati, Varshini, Benchi, Varshini, no, not at all speaking. Okay, carry on. This is the first property, right? First reason assertion also it is there inside. So all of you note it down. Now, second one. Shall we go to second one? First property over. Anybody? Now second property. Listen. Ionic compounds having basically high melting points and as well as boiling points. What is that? That is the second point. Ionic compounds have, what is that?
High melting and boiling point.
Boiling point. What do you mean by MP and BP? You should write it. I don't want to write. Boiling points. That is. So here also everything I will say the reason. Reason you should remember. So you can take, for example, you can take the melting point, understanding the sodium chloride only. The melting point of sodium chloride, if you take, it is about 800 degrees Celsius, and boiling point of sodium chloride, if you take, around 14130 degrees Celsius. This is what? Example of what? Sodium chloride. So is it high or low? Is it high or low? You have to respond. High. Okay, guys, that is the reason. So ionic compounds are having high melting points and high boiling points. That is, please write it. So if you'll observe very carefully, again, what is the reason? Because it is made up of what? They are made up of positive ions and made up of what?
Negative ions.
Yeah, because
Positive and negative ions.
made up of positive and negative ions. So they are having strong bonds or weak bonds? Elmati, Madhumita?
Strong bonds.
Strong bonds.
Strong bonds. Understand, Akshaya? So there is a strong force of attraction. There is a strong force of attraction. Strong force of attraction between oppositely charged ions. All of you should remember. B by W means between the oppositely charged. This is also one reason assertion question. Yes or no, Dilipan? Dina? Oppositely charged ions. That is how to remember. So a lot of heat energy is needed to melt, understanding, and also as well as boil these substances. Because of oppositely charged ion, huge amount of force of attraction will be there. Intermolecular force of attraction. All of you should remember that. So due to this, ionic compounds have high melting points and high boiling point. So if a substance has high melting point and boiling point, we can say that it is an which compound? If any substance is having high melting point and high boiling point, which substance we can say? Ionic compound or covalent compound?
Ionic compound.
Ionic
Compound.
bond.
And it contains which bond?
Compound.
Which contains which bond, Jesse?
Ionic bond. Ionic bond.
That is you have to remember. Okay, guys. So any substance, they will ask you the given below substance which is under ionic substance, so that by the time you should be able to identify. So MCQ they will ask you identify the ionic compounds from the below, or else identify the covalent compounds from below. By the time you should know either they are strong or like formed by ions or formed by molecules. That is why. So this is the second property, having high boiling point and as well as what? High melting point. Is it okay, guys? Next, I want to ask you. Now, salt you can take. Salt is one of the best well-known ionic compound. Yes, Akshaya, Varshini, Bensi, Akhil Arfan? Yes or no? Now, if you take the salt is dissolving in water or not? That is what my question. Arun Karthikeyan, can you answer my question? Is it salt is dissolved in water or not? Please respond me, everybody. Yes,
It will dissolve.
that is. So if you take, that is the important one, you have to remember. So ionic compounds are, understanding, IC I will write, shortcut. Ionic compounds are usually dissolved in what? Usually soluble or dissolved. Understanding, dissolve, or you can say the better word is soluble. Soluble in which? Soluble in which? They will soluble in water. But remember, they are insoluble. What is that? They are insoluble in organic solvents. Not inorganic. Inorganic is different, guys. If I will join in organic, then inorganic. That is different. Be very careful. In organic solvents. So I will give you what do you mean by organic solvents and examples also. Organic solvents means in the sense of made with carbon and hydrogen and oxygen and etc. Chlorine etc. Carbon is compulsory. That kind of things is called as organic solvents. Can anybody give examples of organic solvents? Organic solvents. They are insoluble in organic solvents like ether.
alcohol.
You can give ether, 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 acetone, understanding, alcohol, another name what? Today only I taught. Alcohol,
Ethanol, sir.
Ethanol, sir. Ethanol.
that is benzene, kerosene, carbon
Glucose.
disulfide, CS2, carbon disulfide, and carbon tetrachloride, CCl4. These are the examples of what, guys? What is the examples of this one? Organic. So,
Organic
inorganic compounds will soluble or not soluble? Akhil Arfan, not soluble. Understand, Ra? Please respond me. So, example you can take, understanding. For example, you can take sodium chloride. Sodium chloride will soluble in what? Soluble in water. But if you try to dissolve in this all the substances, if you have anything about this carbon disulfide, acetone or alcohol, etc., you try to dissolve salt, it will never dissolve. Is it okay, Ra? Please respond me. Guys, now one more best example I want to say, guys. Sugar and salt both are white in color. Yes or no? So many times we used to confuse. Now, in that one is ionic compound, one is covalent compound. Can you guess it? Which is ionic compound, which is covalent compound? Anybody? Sugar and salt.
Sugar is covalent.
Sugar is
Sugar is covalent, sir.
Now we have studied. Yes or no? C6H12O6. It is a covalent compound, but salt is what?
Ionic compound. Ionic compound.
Is you have to remember. Okay, guys. So now that is the third property. So if you'll observe here, so you can take any kind of ionic compounds, they will dissolve in water. So if you take, for example, NaCl, so NaCl will solve in water, but remaining NaCl will never soluble in organic solvents like this substance. Is it okay, guys? Please respond me. Now, for example, one more example you can take. If you take copper sulfate, you tell me copper sulfate. If you say, what is the formula copper sulfate? CuSO4. Yes, guys. Now, CuSO4 will dissolve in water or not? Will soluble in water. Yes or no? Will soluble in water. Okay, guys. Please respond me. What is the color of copper sulfate when it is soluble in water?
Blue, sir.
Which will give you
Blue color.
blue colored solution. Now, if you'll dissolve, try to dissolve like ether, benzene, kerosene. Is it possible to dissolve? Is it possible to dissolve?
No, sir.
No.
Sir, no, sir.
Remember.
It is white like something formed
Yes.
down, sir.
Yes, so they will never, not that, don't think that it is below or like that. It will never dissolve in that because it is ionic compounds. Okay, Ra? Okay, please respond me. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want to say something interesting thing. That is, I will explain you also. Sir, why sir they are solving only in water? Why can't other substances like organic means? So I want to say something like water is having a very high dielectric constant. So what dielectric constant means dissociation of understanding other substances. It is having a very high energy to break the force of attraction between the ions. That is why the ions are dissolved in water. So that force of attraction, the energy required to break that bonds between the compound, that is what we should call as dielectric constant. What we should call? Dielectric constant. Understand, Ram? So that is the reason why they are dissolving in water. They may be asked you, that is the reason. The reason is what? The ionic compounds, please note it down. The ionic compounds dissolve in water. Ionic compounds dissolve in water because water has a high dielectric constant. Dielectric constant due to which it weakens the attraction between the ions. Weakens the attraction between the ions. So this is the third property. Any doubt, guys? Please respond. Okay, respond now. Next, fourth property. So what is the first property? Anybody can say? So many students are there now. What is the first property, guys? Tarani, Yalni, where is Dilipan? Yeah, what is the first property? Are you able to say
State of ionic compounds are crystalline solids.
Speak loudly. First property I want. They are
The
presented.
state of ionic compounds are crystalline solids, sir.
Yes, the compounds are usually crystalline solids. Now, all of you remember, when they are in crystalline solids, for example, I will take a solid salt. Is it possible to conduct the electricity? Is it possible to conduct electricity? I'm asking my
No,
question. You understand? No. So that is what you have to understand. So when the ionic compounds are solid state, they are poor conductor of electricity. Do you understand, guys? When ionic compounds are in solid state, they are poor conductors of what? Poor conductors of electricity. Okay, guys? Now, for example, if I dissolve salt in water, for example, I have given pure water, now normal drinking water and ocean water. Which is best conductor of electricity? Ocean water and
ocean water.
tap water.
Ocean water, sir.
Ocean water. Because it
Contain salt.
somebody dissolved. Who is dissolved?
Salt.
Is dissolved.
Salt.
That is you have to remember. So from this I can guess one thing, I can say you one thing. So when ionic compounds are dissolved in water, they are best conductor of electricity or bad, poor conductors of electricity? They are not.
Best conductors.
When they are melted or molten state. That is the point I should say. Remember, they conduct electricity. Electricity when dissolved in water, when dissolved in water. So, or else water in the sense of what we have to say when they are
Aqueous solutions.
when they are melted. That is what you have to understand. So now, observe very carefully. In electrolysis process, we will use these salts only. Have you remembered sodium chloride to get the sodium plus chlorine? Yes or no? Electrolysis process. Yes, guys? So now when they are dissolved state, we used to call some name, that liquid. That liquid is called with some name in electrolysis process. What is that called as?
Brain. Sir.
Brain. Brain, I know. Sodium. That is sodium chloride alone we used to call it as brain. What is the common name of this one? That liquid I want. Anybody? Electrolytes. What we should call? Very good. Common name of this one is called as electrolyte. What is this solids is called as? This solids is called as electrodes. What we should call? Electrodes. All of you should remember kindly. Electrodes. And this solution, molten solution only called as electrolyte. So this molten solution is formed by ionic compounds only. What is that? Ionic compounds only. Is it okay, guys? Please respond me. Okay? That is. So ionic compounds conduct electricity because why did they contain electricity? Because when they are in solid state, no dissociation of ions. When they will molten state or else when they are melted, what is happening, guys? They are having what? They contains ions. What they contains? They contains ions. So they contain ions in the sense of they will be, what we should say, they are the good conductors or bad conductors? They are the good conductors. Is it okay, guys? Please respond me. So when the ionic compounds will conduct electricity, Madhumita, Deena, Karthikeyan, Akhil Arfan, when they will conduct electricity, when they are
When they dissolved in water.
when they dissolve in water. Understanding? So why they are unable to conduct in solid state? What is the reason? Anybody can say? What is the reason?
Because
Yeah, because ions cannot dissociate when they are in solid state. When they are in molten state or melted, they will dissociate into individual ions. Do you understand, guys? So that is why they can move freely. Understand, Ra? When they are in crystal state, ions cannot move freely. When they are in molten state, ions can move freely so that they can conduct electricity. Is it okay, guys? Please respond me. Everybody.
So,
Yes or no? Nobody will say. Okay. So that is what you have to remember. So if you'll observe, these are the properties. These are the properties of ionic compounds. So why they are not conduct electricity? They will ask you the reason. What is the reason behind, guys? Assertion and reason. They will say that. That. What is the reason behind, Arvind? Because they cannot conduct electricity because when they are in crystal, ions, understanding, cannot move freely. What is happening, Ra? Ions cannot move freely. So when the electricity will pass, only when the charged particles will move. Yes or no? So that is why it is not possible to pass the conduct the electricity or solid state or crystal state. So when they are dissolved in water or melted, it becomes a good conductor of electricity because on dissolving in water or melting, so this the crystals they will be broken up and the ions can free to move and conduct electricity. Is it okay, guys? Everybody understand, Tarani? Arun Karthikeyan, Yalni? Yes, that is you should remember. Okay, guys? So these are the properties of water. These are the
Ionic
properties of
compound.
water.
Ionic compounds.
Ionic compounds. Only three properties I said. So they will dissolve in water. They are basically crystalline in nature. They are having what? High melting points and boiling points, and they will conduct electricity only when they will dissolve in water. Understand, Ra? That is you have to understand. So these are the properties of ionic compounds. Anybody is having any doubt? Ask me. Clear? Now, if it is this one over, next. Now we have to go back to what? Properties of
Covalent bond.
covalent compounds. All of you keep heading. Elmati, understand Elmati? Madhumita?
Yes.
Yes, right. Next one.
So,
Properties of covalent compounds. Varshini, are you there in meeting, Varshini? Yalni?
yes, sir.
Right. Properties of covalent compounds. Now, can you able to say what is the state? What is the state? Their crystalline compounds, what? Sorry, ionic compounds. Most are there in solid state. Yes or no? Mostly, usually. Now here you can take the covalent compounds are usually liquids or gases. What is that? Covalent
Liquids or gases.
compounds usually liquids or gases. Only some of them are solids. What is that? Only some of them are solids. I will give you the examples also, that too, solids. So now, examples. Can you give the examples of covalent compounds? Liquids. Can you give the example? Alcohol, ether, benzene, like organic compounds, everything. Benzene, carbon disulfide, CS2, carbon tetrachloride, CCl4, understanding, and bromine are liquids. What is that? And bromine, they are what? They all are what, guys? They are the liquid. Okay, bromine. Now, same way you can take gases. Gases, anybody example? Methane gas. Methane, what is the formula? Next I said ethane gas. Next
CH4.
gas. This only they will ask you. Identifying the liquid covalent compounds. Gases covalent compounds. Be very careful. Ethane. What is the next one? What is the next one?
Ethane.
Understanding? Ethane. And you can observe chlorine gas. Chlorine, Cl2. Covalent compounds only. Okay, that is called molecule. Okay, so chlorine, CHLORINE, chlorine gas. Chlorine gases. They are the examples of gases. Okay, next. Solids, can you able to say? Solids, I said you, sugar. Correct or not? Solids, please respond me. So solids, only few are solid state. So they are examples of what? First one, glucose. Next one what? Cane sugar. Please respond, Ra. Urea. And in our toilet, if you go, even our school, you can see toilets, or else you can see one type of another thing. Our mother will keep under the cloth, under the your dresses to protect it from cockroaches and all. What is that called as? Anybody? What is that called as? Can you guess it? Our toilet, if we go to school toilets, we are able to see that round color, different colors are there, which is not to get the smell. They used to keep that. What is that? Any guessra? Name at least. Naphthalene. Have you heard?
Naphthalene.
Also will study. Yes. Naphthalene is a sublimate product. Do you remember Elmati?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is. So these are the examples of solids. Please all of you write it. Liquids I have given, gases I have given, and solids also. So solids are very few are solid state. Mostly they are in liquid state and gaseous state only. So this is the first property. Any doubt?
Sir, scroll down, sir. Can you scroll down?
Yeah. So now compared to the ionic compounds, now covalent compounds are weak or strong? They are weak forces of attraction or strong forces of attraction?
Weak.
Weak, sir.
So between their ions or molecules? Let me see who will answer. Between the ions or molecule?
Molecules, sir.
Molecules. Understand that
Molecules.
you have to remember. Okay, write it. The covalent compounds are usually liquids or gases. The covalent compounds are reason. Assess and reason will come. The covalent compounds are usually liquids or gases. Why Nitish Kumar? Nitish, liquids or gases. Why they are liquids or gases? Because they have weak force of attraction. Why? Liquids or gases due to the weak force of attraction. Weak force of attraction. Weak force of attraction between their molecules. Between their ions or molecules, Akhil Arfan, Arya, Dina, between their molecules. That is clear, Arvind? Any doubt? Karthikeyan, Arun Karthikeyan, that is the first property. Okay. Now, what is the second property of ionic compounds? Madhumita, Varshini Bensi, Yalni, Akshaya. Anybody can say what is the second property of
Highly
ionic
melting.
compounds? They have
High melting point and
Low
boiling
melting
point.
point.
opposite to here. What will happen? Usually they have
Low
Low melting point, low boiling.
usually
low boiling.
yes, usually low melting point and boiling points. So please all of you write. That's all. So example you can take. Example. So melting points means we won't take liquids and gases. We will take what? A solid. Understanding? So for example, if we'll take naphthalene. Naphthalene is a sublimate product basically. So naphthalene you can take, so which is having a low melting point is about 80 degrees Celsius. How much, Ra? 80 degrees Celsius. Okay. The same way you can take a liquid carbon tetrachloride, CCl4, which is in liquid state. You can take the boiling point is about 77 degrees Celsius. How much, Ra? 77 degrees Celsius. Okay. That is you have to remember. So why, sir? Because covalent compounds are made up of electrically neutral molecules. What is that? They are made up of electrically neutral molecules. It's okay, Madhumita. Electrically neutral molecule. So what is the force of attraction, guys? Is it easy or difficult? Is it easy or difficult? Force of attraction. Force of attraction between the molecules of is very weak or strong? Very weak or
Weak,
strong?
sir.
Weak. So weak. If you weak means you want more energy or less energy to break the bonds?
Less energy.
More
Less
energy.
energy. So
Less
less
energy.
energy is required to break the weak molecular forces, not covalent forces, ionic forces, weak molecular forces. So due to which the covalent compounds having low melting points and boiling points. But it will take only one and only the covalent solid which is having very very high melting point and boiling point. Can you able to say they are the allotropies of carbon, which is the only having high melting points? Understand? That is
Diamond.
except case, exceptional cases. Except what? Solids like what? It's not under compounds, they are under molecules of elements. So that is why both you study. So like diamond and graphite. Diamond and what?
Graph.
Graphite. So they are the only exception. They have high melting points and boiling points. Is it okay, guys? Even you can take diamond. Diamond specialty what? Even though it is a non-metal, the hardest natural substance, naturally hardest substance, more than metals. Okay, guys? Even metals are used to cut with diamond only. Is it okay? Any doubt? Please respond me. That is next. Third property. This is the second property. Any doubt? No?
No, sir.
Now,
No
third
doubt, sir.
property. So third property. What is the third property? Can you able to say? They are usually soluble in what? They are usually soluble in water there. Now here, they are usually
Insoluble.
insoluble in water. So but they are soluble in what? They are soluble in, but they are soluble in what? Opposite to that. They are
Organic solvents.
soluble in organic solvents. So I have given organic solvents examples. Now Karthikeyan will say examples of organic solvents. What is that? What is that? Organic solvents,
Sir.
Please respond.
Ether, acid,
Yeah.
Alcohol.
So many examples I said correct, that is why. So usually they are insoluble in water, but they soluble in organic solvent. So example which will soluble in organic solvent, that is why you can see naphthalene balls they will keep in toilet, they are dissolved in water. So best example of not soluble in water, what is that? Naphthalene balls. Understanding, Ra?
Sir.
NaPhthalene. So naphthalene is insoluble in water. Okay, understand, Ra? But it dissolves in organic solvents like ether. Organic solvents like what, Ra? Ether. Okay, ether. Now, but here can you guess? Elmati, Madhumita, anybody can guess? Varsini, Betsy. Some covalent compounds usually they will soluble in water. If not soluble, we people cannot eat sugar, etc. Urea and all. Have you noticed it? Exception is there. Except some will soluble in water. Have you noticed it? Exception is there. Sir, can you able to say some they will soluble? For example, glucose. Glucose is soluble or not, Arvind? Glucose.
Yes,
Yeah, glucose. Next, sugar. Next,
Yes,
plant.
sir.
Yes, sir.
You can keep urea. Is it yes or no? Urea. So they are the exception which will soluble in even though water also. Understand, guys? They will soluble in
So they will
organic.
not
Yes.
solve in organic soluble
You should remember.
solvents. Sir.
That is you should remember. Okay, guys.
Sir,
Tell me, Amma.
sir, this exception will not soluble in organic
No,
solvent.
they will soluble in organic also. Do you understanding? Also, they will soluble in water. That is what I am saying. Okay, Amma. Understand, Almati?
Yes.
Exceptional cases. Okay. Understand? Even except in the sense of also, that is why you don't keep except. Also, remember this. So, few will soluble in water, even though they are covalent compounds. Some of covalent compounds. Some of covalent. You except means you will think they are not soluble in organic solvents. Yes or no? Yes? Okay. So, some covalent compounds also soluble in what? Soluble in water also. Okay, guys? Example, glucose, sugar, and urea, etc., etc. Now, remember, now I want to say one note that is called as whatever the substances will soluble in water, they are called as polar compounds. What we should call? The compounds, please remember that, the compounds soluble in water is known as polar compounds. Is called as what? Is known as, please respond me, is known as polar compounds. Okay, guys? Now, which not soluble in water are called as not soluble or insoluble in water are called as non-polar compounds. What we should call?
Non-polar compound.
Called non-polar
Non-polar.
non-polar compounds. Okay, guys? So, some of the, here I said some of the organic compounds, basically they will insoluble in water. They are soluble in only organic solvents. But some covalent compounds like glucose, sugar and all, they will soluble in water. And also you remember, like the compounds like hydrogen chloride and ammonia, they are also soluble in water. Understand, Ra? So they are also soluble in water. So, but they are called as what? Polar compounds. What we should call? Polar compounds. That is why I said the polar compounds like hydrogen chloride. What is that? Hydrogen chloride. Okay, guys. Hydrogen chloride and ammonia are also soluble in water. Soluble in water. Doesn't mean that they are not solving in organic solvents. They will also solve in what? Soluble in organic solvents. Understand, guys? Please respond me. Okay, Almati, Madhumita. Also, they will soluble in organic. Basically, they will soluble in organic solvents. Also, they will soluble in water. Is it okay, guys? Kevin, understand? Elmati?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is.
Yes, sir.
Very, very careful. You have to be very careful.